In the beginning.
In the beginning. In the beginning. In the beginning.
In the beginning, there was Poly.
You are now listening to
The Polygenesis Show.
What up? 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 What up, everybody? Yeah, the Polygenesis Show. What's going on, everybody? I'm Coach Bruce, and I'm with my lovely co-hosts, Kiana and Jasmine. Yeah. Yes. Another week. No, Jasmine trying to hide all this earth. You guys just You guys. Oh, cut it out. But she's the main one.
Really?
She's the main
We're
one.
not talking about
Whatever. She's the main one. Anyway. Oh my God, it's like that's her favorite word. Anyway, yeah, we had a great week this week, and then we're getting ready for this season, this new beginning, this new season, this new year for us here at the Polygenesis Show. And one thing that we started to do was we started waking up early in the morning, and it's almost like an ocean type of, I would say, but basically, we got some fruit, we got some tea, some water, whatever, they got the little oatmeal, little grits, some eggs, some turkey sausage, and, we got some, you said what? Turkey bacon. Yeah. Yeah, so, but anyway, we get together and, doing some, like, meditation, some breathing exercises, bringing that togetherness, that oneness, what do you guys think about that? Yeah, I think when Prince was on the show, he talked about the 5 love languages. And so I think the beauty of that is that we actually got the book and we started to look into it more and started to see, other things in each other. First we identified our love language, and then we started to see some things where we were pairing and dealing with each other. Because I'm telling you, sometimes you guys get on my damn nerve. Like, God, you're not spending time with me. What are you talking about? You just got time like 10 hours ago. Right. I'm up here waiting. You didn't even see it. Okay. So, that's why I keep talking now. But anyway, so it was funny because, we've seen a lot of, a lot of things that we can do better and a lot of things that we were really missing each other. And I think one thing in the book in chapter 1, he talks about how, when you were born with a language from your parents, you have to learn that language. And, every language also has different dialects, but you learn that language and sometimes it's harder to learn that second language. And what I'm sharing with you guys is that second language is anything that's outside of what you say, or what your language is, and so, realizing, and it's funny because I actually knew this, but I didn't know it according to how he pinpointed it in the book. But these two right here, their languages are quality time. And it's funny because oh, it's just not getting enough time. Or can I get some time? Or whatever like that. And it's funny because it's like now seeing that, I can understand. And so like there was a drawback. It's like, well, what do you mean you ain't getting time? You just got time 10 hours ago. I just gave you some time. But just understanding that language, so that now you can understand where people are coming from and their perspective and help to, understand each other better.
Like we understand, but overuse.
Oh, of course, definitely. You guys definitely use my time. But yeah. So nah. I came off harsh. But anyway, no. What I was saying was is that like you said, shouldn't be abused because at the end of the day, we all understand and know the language, but at some point in time, maybe I can't give you guys the time because I'm working on a project or I'm working on something that's really due at that same time. And not saying neglect, or maybe I can't get away because I'm out on a business trip or I'm traveling or whatever the case may be. Or you guys are saying, the same way when it comes to me and my language. Because, my language is what? Words of affirmation, right? So I love the words of affirmation, and I know sometimes when I'm doing things around the house or I'm building or I'm, pushing the family forward, sometimes I feel like, damn, you guys don't appreciate me or I'm feeling neglected. And, they can, buy me something, they can give me time or whatever, that's cool too. But it ain't that. It's just those words of affirmation that puts me over the top. I feel like I can, wrestle a bear, you know what I mean? And take down a lion and pull his teeth out his mouth when you guys give me that affirmation. I mean, it helped me. It helped me. I'm glad. I'm glad. In that perspective, I'm gonna still get over it. But it really helped. It really helped, because I think some things were misfiring. You know what I mean? Some things we were missing each other. Now we will always work things out, but at the end of the day, it's like okay, now I'm speaking English and you guys are speaking English, versus you guys are speaking Korean or Chinese and we're speaking Thai or whatever the case may be. Now we're understanding each other's language, and now it's that work, because my second love language is quality time, so I can understand it, but now it helps me to really better identify, right, with you guys and understanding where you guys are coming from. And also it helps me to now keep that in my mind and say, you know what, maybe I am kind of working too much, or maybe I am doing, certain let me chill. Yeah, I put your phone I put your phone but she be on her phone. But anyway.
When I'm with you, I don't.
But what's great, but that's once again, it's quality time. Quality is the key word, gentlemen. So some of these women, they don't want you on your phone when you with them. They want your phone now.
Yes. Then don't be throwing no sticks. Don't be throwing no sticks.
Anyway.
Always messing with me. That's the
but one thing I can say that really touched my heart was, reading this and understanding love language because, when we all went out a couple of weeks ago, I had a very important call that I was actually waiting on. And, and so I had took the phone call, and but we were out and we were eating dinner, we was eating dinner, we was just out. We just grabbed something to eat, yeah. And our oldest daughter, got bothered with me. She was really bothered that I took that phone call. And, me with the gift, I could speak. I have a great way of speaking and getting things across. But when I came back, she was like, she was really bothered that I took the phone call. And then, Kiana's phone rang. And she didn't say nothing with that. So I immediately went on the defense on that and said, well, her phone went off. Her phone went off. You didn't say nothing about that. But yeah, when it comes to me, you want to say something. But yes, I redirected it. But my point, I was trying to share a point, but also really not trying to take in because it hurt what she said. So I tried to redirect it so that I can ease the pain of how she was feeling. I was trying to soften the blow within inside me. And so, but reading this book, I can understand that what she was wanting. You see what I'm saying? Even though she didn't look at you, but I can understand that my presence is felt. Like even when we have family game nights, we have movies. Like sometimes they don't want to play a game if I'm not playing. And I'll be like, yo, y'all go ahead and play the game. Well, it ain't the same. If we shoot a pool or something in the house, it ain't the same. I went bad here. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's one thing that I always have to constantly work on because, growing up without a father, my actual biological father, growing up without him. Now, that's not an excuse, but sometimes I have to continue to discipline myself and say, hey, you're right here. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're right here. Like, I'm right here. Like, don't neglect, even though you're a father in the house, don't neglect them like you're outside of the house. You see what I'm saying? Because I can get so consumed on pushing this family forward and all the other things that y'all love languages don't identify with. I'm a great supporter. I'm a great, cultivator. I'm a great, words of encouragement and all that. But that quality time piece is something that I have to really work with. And so that really helped me. What about you guys? Any confessions? Since we feel like we're confessing. Oh, you're perfect in every way.
Didn't say that.
Oh. Anyway, shit. Anyway, so what about you, Kiana? Since Jasmine don't have anything. I mean, she had a lot to say without saying it.
Really? Shit. Dang. I can definitely see the difference of what it feels like versus what I even to that example that she gave with was gonna say that, but I didn't want to cut her off.
Yeah, I definitely in you. You're right there, like. Okay, thank you. Look, I can take myself.
I was saying for the example. That was a long ass example. My example to shut up. Nah, I think she didn't hear the question. I think she didn't hear the question. Shut up.
Yo, wow. But anyway, yeah.
It just makes me nervous.
And you know what's funny
To
with
know that you're looking.
right? And you know what's funny with the new update with the iPhones, and it's like now they got the little green and yellow dot to show that either your mic is on or your camera's on. Now that makes me wonder. That makes me even more suspicious.
That's what they do with when you're on the phone.
No, it's even when you're on your camera. When you FaceTime it shows green. Yeah, and so that makes me even more suspicious to say, you motherfuckers have been watching and recording when we up here sexting each other or on our FaceTime with titties out and the dicks out. Hey man. Anyway, speaking of peep shows, no one says FaceTime. I just fucking shit. But yeah, so what do you guys, really think about the privacy piece? As far as, what if you guys were, you was like having sex, and then you realized that somebody was recording you outside the window? What would that make you feel? How would that make you feel?
What the hell are you doing in my window anyway? Go somewhere else. Go be a piece of time over there.
Be a fool or something else. What do you think, Jess? Yeah.
Niggas watch porn all the time.
You know what's funny with Jasmine is the fact that she could be just like into it, and then all of a sudden she just start working and shit. You're like, what the hell's going on? She's, oh nigga, you for the camera. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's on. Right. Nah, but yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, if it was us recording it, it'd be different. But if it's like somebody else outside the window, I would feel some type of way. Like, yeah, I really feel violated. You know what I mean? And because it's like your privacy. Like I didn't allow you to do that. Like it was different. But, right. So it'll be a little different.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. In the beginning. In the beginning.
In the beginning, there was Polly.